Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Trek Online. My name is Umbago, and with me once again is...
Megalomaniac. Hello, Internet.
Good day. So, last time we did the new featured episode.
And my computer crashed a bunch of times.
Yep, so hopefully things will go a lot better this time, because we're going to dive into another Foundry mission.
Yes. Fingers crossed, I think I fixed it. I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online a bunch this week, and nothing's happened, so... Yeah.
Alright, so...
Of course, I like to call elves stealing online, because I play an elf and they steal everything.
Oh, you.
Oh, me.
Alright, so... We're going to do this one featured Foundry mission called Eve of Resolutions, which seems to be some sort... Well, it seems to basically be a mission written to bridge the gap between 2409 and 2410.
Mm-hmm. It was apparently made specifically as a... What was the exact words they used? It was Foundry Challenge New Year's Eve 2409.
Yeah.
So...
Alright.
Hopefully it's pretty good. We are, of course, doing it at the seasonally appropriate time of late July.
That's right. It's about the same thing. Is it in here?
It is, yes. We should be talking
yep,
to
I see. Yep.
this lady right over here.
Good old ambassador letting us in.
And yes, we are going to a gala. And we are bringing some of our crew with us.
Yeah, of course.
So since this is set 24/9, I am, of course, going to bring... yeah, I guess you're the only one that doesn't make complete sense, so... Yes, I am, of course, bringing my Kobali.
Bringing Nayland is also going to be kind of weird. But that's...
Yeah, you're bringing your Nayland.
Yeah, but that's okay.
It's like wearing the same thing. It's kind of a faux pas at a gala.
Yeah.
Don't bring the same bridge officer.
If I had been thinking, I actually would have configured an off-duty uniform with one of my suits, but oh well.
Yeah, I didn't think about that either. My alternate outfit's supposed set to the summer stuff still. I believe it's over.
Yes, and you can only wear that stuff on Ryza anyway.
Yeah.
They are not only considered an off-duty uniform, but they are so off-duty you can only wear them on Ryza.
Well, I mean, otherwise we'd just see our space up with nothing but people in bikinis.
That's right.
So apparently we're going to talk to Ambassador Sugihara.
Of course we will.
It will be interesting to see how the Foundry author mimicked his personality.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that'll be pretty good. Let's see. Oh, yep, there.
Yep.
Yep.
They did us proud.
Oh, that ambassador. I like that he has gotten more stuff though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is interesting because like when you are writing these and you are using the existing characters, it is important to kind of understand them.
Yeah, it is absolutely important to try and try and write these characters the way Cryptic would, because these are these type of characters.
Yeah, it's what I figure. Basically, everyone, anyone who picks up writing a Batman comic or something, they have to figure out, to mesh their own writing style with still being Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Which some people do to varying degrees of success, and some people are Frank Miller.
Oh,
Uh-oh, terrorism.
some kind of explosion. and bad.
Oh man, Starfleet officers.
Bad Starfleet officers.
Is this a coup?
I like.
Is this some kind of Babylon 5 shit
I
going
like
on
that they
here?
let us bring our guns into this.
They weren't. They knew better than to try to take my gun from me.
See, I think it would have made a lot more sense if instead of cryptic like representing your guns on your body, they just, as a rule, said that your guns were in the subspace pocket that elite forces use.
Yeah, that was probably the single best excuse for the old style Doom
You're carrying
bottomless weapon
Yeah.
case, because you just kept it in a transporter buffer and you just beamed it in.
Yeah, that was pretty great. All right.
So they kidnapped the Romulan ambassador.
Yeah, we gotta. Oh, we gotta find another way to the. Another way to where they went. Yeah, it's like I figured that I figured that the personal shields were supposed to be a callback to Elite Forces, because, like, Star Trek Online and Elite Forces are literally the only things that have have calls for these personal shield generators. Unless a away team has them, and I'm pretty sure away team doesn't.
I've never played away team, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't remember if any of the old SNES or Genesis games did.
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's just Elite Forces and STO. But yeah, it would have been nice if they had included the transporter buffer. Cause it's just like make it a call out at one point. Like, they don't need to make it a big deal or anything.
Mechanic or
anything.
anything.
Like, it doesn't have to be a mechanic. It doesn't have to be represented. It's just if they had mentioned in a few places early on that your weapons, that like your secondary weapon is or whatever is held in the transporter buffer. You know, that would have made some of the story writing later on maybe a little bit more logical. But that's okay. It's I guess in broadly speaking, I only have a problem with it because it does seem real weird. Like, even if the universe is at war for like basically the last in-game year, it still feels really weird to be walking around Earth Space Dock and seeing everyone with weapons holstered on them. Like, especially when folks are using like these big long rifles, because which again is
or in my case
a
literal shotgun.
Yeah, which is still kind of a rare weapon to see in Star Trek. Like, generally speaking, when they pull out the phaser rifles, that's like the real shit is going down.
And there was an explosion at the shuttle.
And contain a fire. Oh, this is a diversion. So we gotta...
It's a trap!
Oh, yep, there's unknown attackers and the gate guards, so we'd better go help them out. Yeah, it's one of those things where it would have been really nice if they had just done a little bit more to help with the the mechanics.
This line is... These barriers are completely useless.
Oh, of course you can walk right through. Well, it's just light. It's not actually there to prevent you from walking through, much like the real like barricades like that.
Yeah, but at least those you can't just literally walk through.
Yeah, you can just walk under.
Yeah, but these you can just walk through.
But yeah, like I say, it's right.
Oh, I guess over here.
Well, more I want to talk to this. They put a security guard here for some reason. Yeah. So now he said that he saw someone duck into the alleyway, which, like, really we could have already gone in here. It's just like they had that, and I just wanted to talk to the guy. It's an ambush.
You mean it's a trap? Get it right, damn it.
Hey, this screen set called it an ambush. I'm just going by what they're saying. But like generally speaking, I think that Cryptic does a decent job with trying to at least
make the game mechanics make sense.
Yeah, and at least not be too far off of like accepted norms for the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, in any game, there's going to be okay, do you want to play the game or do you want to play the game?
Which has always been kind of the problem with Star Trek games in general. Like, not to say that people can't have fun with like, but if you look at what the sort of things that people actually come to Star Trek shows for, a lot of them don't tend to translate as well.
Yeah, I mean, no single thing of Star Trek is as ridiculously action-packed as a first-person shooter video game.
Yeah.
Nemesis was close, but...
Yeah.
And so are the Abrams movies, but they still are not, like, 20 constant hours of firefights.
Mm-hmm. And
not that that's a bad thing.
And even the games that are more like the Starship simulators still have
far more combat
than is typical. Like DS9 is the closest, like towards the end of what like those Starship simulators would have. So apparently our attackers are Klingons disguised as humans, which is an interesting reversal because this is the sort of thing that Federation agents have done in the past.
It's like the end of Star Trek 6. Ignore the police sirens.
It's like every week.
They're not going to find me this time.
Every week.
Am I going the right way?
Well, there's an entrance right here.
Oh, is there? It looked like it was... Oh, I see. I just saw it. It looked like it was graded off. It works.
Working as planned.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like... The one genre I could think of that would be fitting to a Star Trek game would be an adventure game.
Yes.
Which would be a really cool idea. Well, I mean,
like
the 25th anniversary ones did that.
Is... But... Oh dear.
Did you die?
No, it just hung momentarily.
Actually, you're right here, still firing your rifle.
That's good. All right, one moment. Well, my audio is still recording over that, so that's good. I don't know what the video is doing.
Is your computer fine?
It seems fine. It's come back to... It's just...
You just can't move?
No, the client has gone black.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not responding. All right.
I'll wait here for you.
Yeah. And we're back.
Yeah, so this time his computer decided to screw up.
That's kind of a weird...
Or his client, at least, not the whole computer.
Yeah, was kind of weird.
Anyway, yeah, I just want to throw it out there. Telltale Games, Star Trek adventure game.
That could be interesting, but boy, have they got a lot of stuff on their plates at the moment.
Game of Thrones.
Which, actually, I think that has just ended.
Did it just end? I know one just came out.
Yeah, that was episode 5. So unless it's actually a 6-episode series, which is kind of strange because while I haven't been playing that game, some of the media comments I've seen about that one has kind of... The leads on them have suggested that there was more to come, which I thought that one was only a 5-episode, so I don't know. But yeah, they've got a bunch more that are on the way. Apparently
so they have an Iconian gateway under San Francisco. Who knew?
I like that they have. So for these ones here, the dialogue boxes, they decided to redesign them to look more like the classic TOS style Klingons. Yeah. Which
cool.
I imagine that they actually probably took the TOS the TOS models as the basis. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
Well then,
So yes, of course, it's the
we're
Undying.
back to the Undying causing trouble.
Like the yeah of whoever could have guessed this.
Throwing you for all kinds of curveballs. Uh-oh.
He's just getting knocked around or something.
Huh. No, so my client crashed now.
Amazing. Amazing.
So, what happened was my display driver stopped working and has recovered. So it recovered this time, but my client still crashed. So, I'll be right back.
All right. Oh, whoop.
I'm going to look into that.
Well, while you're doing that, we scanned the Iconian gateway, and it appears to be self-destructing. So we're getting out of there.
Woo, run away.
Oh, and apparently the ambassador decided to come and say and pick up the Romulan ambassador.
Wait, which ambassador decided to do what now?
Jiro's here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is when you find out he's an action man. Or a man of action.
Well, he's not doing any shooting, but yeah, that would be...
Much like Chuck Norris.
Okay, so you managed to get back into the team.
Yay.
Okay. Well, that was...
And apparently that was
that
the
was
end
the
of
end
it.
of the mission.
Well, from what I played, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So,
You know what? Yeah, I actually enjoyed that.
actually, it just cut out at the very end. So, yeah, that was pretty interesting. I like the twist
Yeah.
of it really being Undine.
Well, if for something that's set like when it is, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah,
All right, so
it actually does work as a nice prelude to whatever that mission was called. The
because it's
I guess it would have been surface tension.
yes, because it's the description of it says that it's between stars and surface tension.
Yeah, yeah. So that is a kind of an interesting prelude to surface tension.
All right, so I guess the only way out now is to beam up.
Yeah, I'd say that one was pretty good. And here we are back at Starfleet Academy.
Oh, and I got teleported into the seat.
Whoops.
Whoops. Oh well. All right. Okay. Well. That was pretty short. Did you want to try another, or
Oh, we could.
let's just take a quick look at cues? But I don't think.
And it's like, have people suddenly started to play cues again?
Not a,
No.
I mean, there are some, but yeah, not enough in the ones I was looking at doing. All right. Huh. Okay. So we should probably find ones that are relatively short, but the spotlight missions one doesn't quite say like roughly how long. Yeah. Just looking at some of the names on here. Admiral Bobo goes to war. Easy. Fed Farm 102 ACD, Ludomatic 3000, Battle Group Chaos Rumble. Huh. Oh, yeah, and there's all the ground accolade ones, so of course they're highly rated. Of course they're highly rated.
Repairing Utopia Planitia.
Yeah, I saw that one. It was...
Seems decently high rated and is actually about something.
Yeah. I just wish that...
Oh, I apparently played this one.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently I rated it 4 stars.
Well then, okay. Well, if you think it's pretty good...
I apparently at some point thought it was pretty good.
Right. So if you thought it was pretty good, let's try this one then.
I trust myself at some point in the past. Unless I was drunk. Okay, so I think we have to go to our space dock for this one.
Yeah. Right, so apparently Utopia Planitia is receiving, but it's not transmitting. Or at the very least, its transmissions are not being received. So, alright, let's go to ESD and check the wall console outside of the transporter room. So, alright, we'll go to Earth Space Dock. And then... Well, let's have an admiral of the fleet investigate this for everyone, as that is a good use of our time.
Sure. No, we were just at a party. So.
Yeah.
So console outside. I think this was made for older space
No,
dock.
it said it was updated for 2.0. It is... Nope, not there. Yeah, so...
They're saying we're outside the transporter rooms. Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it's down here, I believe. Maybe? Yeah, it's right here.
Alright, so things look to be okay here, so let's fly out to Mars and see if it's something over at UP itself.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't call Earth Space Dock okay just because the zone chat still exists.
Yes. Yes, you're right. You are right.
I don't look at Earth Space Dock zone chat. It is bad. It is like 90% of the time people yelling about politics, which is stuff I do not want to hear about on video games. I remember the last American election day, or presidential election day, I got on Old Republic, and I'm like, gotta avoid populated areas, gotta avoid populated areas. It's like, anytime I had to run to the fleet, it's like, okay, close this, don't look at it, it's gonna be horrible. Okay, so are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Admiral Horace Bruckner.
So apparently they were attacked by some Klingons, but they managed to capture the leader.
Didn't that actually happen when they released the Odyssey? Wasn't there a mission where you test flew it and then Klingons attacked?
Maybe that is what this is based on. Interesting.
I forget if it was Klingons. I know there was a like where you were test flying the Odyssey. I know something attacked.
Yeah.
And actually, that's not a mission you can regularly get to anymore.
Yeah,
Is it?
you can't run that one anymore.
And I think that was before we started doing this too. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But like stuff like that is actually exactly why I wanted to start this series. You know, so that
I know this is
those limited time missions I can go back and like people can see them or also see missions as they used to be.
Yeah.
Like the Romulan series, for example. All right, so we repaired that one.
You can see the stuff they thought was too crappy to still exist. Done by us.
Because we're so much better.
We're the bestest. So there's an unknown device at this one. The unknown device was apparently a bomb.
Yep, left behind by Orions, and we beam the device into space so it can explode.
And here's communication relay alpha. This one has a radiation leak.
They don't think the leak will prevent communications, but they're going to...
We're disabling the reactor anyway because, radiation bad. There's pictures going around the internet of some daisies that are growing around the Fukushima plant. They're all kind of messed up.
Yeah.
It's freaky. Okay, so... Did I miss something?
No, I'm still talking to...
Oh, you're still...
Yeah.
Okay, good. Like, did I miss
Right,
something?
so
'Cause there we go.
There's a fourth relay which is supposed to not be on at the moment, but it's supposed to synchronize with the other three relays and basically act as an anti-jam measure. So now we're looking like, well, I wonder if maybe this relay is actually turned on accidentally and is interfering.
Mayhaps.
So we'll fly over here and take a look at what's going on with it. The relay is active and has been reprogrammed.
It's going. Well, there's Klingons, so I have a guess.
Apparently going to Klingons.
Of course, there's a bunch of birds of prey all lined up, and I have gravity well.
Yeah, I mean,
that's about how well that attack
yes. One of them seemed to have snuck behind, but he's not gonna last. Yep.
So I bet the relay was going to Klingons.
Oh, and there's a boarding party on the relay, so we better.
20 Klingons, 2 Vulcans, a Ferengi, and a Trill.
All right, so we're going to board the satellite ourselves and
Kill them
take
dead?
it back over.
Kill them dead?
Sure. No, like our phasers and weird energy weapons are all on stun.
I'm going to set my shotgun to stun.
Well, I think one of my favorite missions was one where like they do. If you do the Davidian series, it specifically calls out that you're putting your weapons on stun, which I always found to be very amusing if you are using, let's just say, anything that isn't a phaser. For example, like the Klingon.
Like the shotgun.
If you're playing a Klingon, you're probably using a disruptor. I'm pretty sure the disruptors don't really have stun settings.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did, just because there probably is some utility in not killing people. That said, I am using my shotgun.
One thing that Cryptic really does need to add to their engine is the ability to enter a map without beaming into it. I know that Cryptic, guys from Cryptic have,
So we have to rescue.
Yes, she's like, oh, I don't really want to come and shoot at Klingons, and I'm like,
why'd you join Starfleet to study comets?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, one thing that Cryptic does need to do, and I know that they've talked about it. This is something that's come up a few times. For like more for other things, not so much for this specifically, but like they themselves have highlighted how strange it is that you beam onto your bridge if you decide to go to your bridge, because that's just the way the engine works. The engine doesn't have a method of entering a map that isn't beaming in. For stuff like that, and for missions like this, where ostensibly we entered the area via shuttlecraft, not by beaming in, because they've got transport inhibitors up, like they really should have a animation for entering a map that isn't, just beaming in.
Beaming.
Yeah. Alright. The Ferengi was offering us some gold pressed platinum to rescue him.
Just take it.
Well, he didn't actually give me a real option.
I'm just saying, if we're going to do it anyway, but if we can get paid for it.
Oh, you.
Look, I'm just charging these Klingons with a shotgun. I don't know what you're expecting of me.
Anyway, treating his injuries. And then there should be another guy, person to rescue up here. Yep.
Oh, we went different ways. That's
yes, we did.
Yeah, I ran to a shield this way, so I'll go catch up with you.
Once again, the use of orbital strike is hilarious. Yeah,
that is pretty funny.
Like, here's the dude that we're here to rescue, and he was like fully engulfed by the orbital strike for probably about half its duration.
The orbital strike was also sent to
Yes.
stun. Oh, you treating his injuries?
Yeah.
Fine, I guess we should make sure he lives.
Now, conversely, this guy was super gung-ho about coming to join us, but he is in no shape.
He's Vulcan, he'll heal.
Oh, yeah.
They have a healing factor, right?
Sure.
I mean, Spock did the Vulcan nerve pinch on Wolverine that one time. Yeah, that time the Star Trek and the X-Men teamed up.
Speaking of, I read that first issue of the Star Trek and Green Lantern crossover, and it is appropriately goofy. Yeah, it was basically just all set up, which I've started to come to feel is like a bit of a it's a bit of a weakness of the comic format. Like there are some other big event ones that I've been reading lately, and that's basically what the last few episodes of them have been. Like I've been reading the I've been reading the Mega Man and Sonic comics, and right now they've got their big crossover event going. And this time it's a big event where it's like a whole bunch of other Capcom stuff is being included, and like the last two issues have literally just been nothing but, hey, here's guys going to another world to recruit these people, and that's it. Like they barely even fight, they barely even say anything. It's just suddenly these people are showing up on another world and are gathering and are convincing these other guys to join us. Which is like it'll be cool when it all gets going, but like, whew, that's.
So I don't know if you missed that, but I basically just killed a man.
Oh dear.
And a bunch of Klingons.
Yeah, I'm just reading through the. Right, so apparently we knocked the satellite off course or something.
Yeah, basically I transported them all out, but one of the hostages was there too, so renegade option.
Oh, you.
Except I don't think there was another option.
No, there was no choices. Like, it was just follow the dialogue. But yeah, the first issue of the Star Trek Green Lantern was set up for where the rings came from, and then showing the rings going to their new owners. Which, all right.
A Klingon gets a red ring,
yes.
Doesn't he? I figured.
And it is... I'm trying to remember who it is, because it's one that we know.
It's Star Trek is the new Abrams Star Trek,
right? It
is,
yes.
I like this. You can either put them on screen or ignore them, because you have no desire to listen to their arrogant speech.
And if you choose to talk to them, you can just call them the coward in Klingon. But yeah, once it gets going, it'll probably be pretty neat. It's just a matter of like the first issue was not.
Those can work together.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be interesting. And once again, the power of Gravity Well has
made it way too easy.
Trivialized that encounter.
We held off the Klingon invasion force.
Reinforcements have arrived. Oh, their reinforcements. Okay. Okay, that is reasonable. What's the range on that one? 4 kilometers. Yeah, okay. They'll probably hit them all. Yeah. Yes, Gravity Well is pretty good.
They've, in more recent content, it has been worked out to be a bit less so. I mean, it's not bad, it's still useful, but it's like they've worked it out to where it's not the best thing ever. Which I'm betting is intentional.
Yeah, I mean, like, here's kind of the thing. I think the reason why Gravity Well is being, like, maybe a little too powerful here is because the enemy forces that have been generated for this mission were primarily like frigates, and frigates have the issue of like, yeah, you can have a frigate squadron which is on par with your player ship, but it has a problem of a frigate squadron is like 3 ships, and you have to. Each ship is relatively weak compared to like these battleships. So as you destroy each ship, the effectiveness of that whole squadron goes down, which is not necessarily true of any other ship class. Like a battleship at half health is still as effective as a battleship at full health.
A battleship at no health is not effective at all.
So, when you have a mission design which throws mostly frigates at you, then locking them all in place and letting you beam fire at will them or cannon scatter volley them, yes, of course that's going to be super effective because they can't handle it.
And there's a chain reaction of the warp core
Yes,
explosions. Too.
yes. The warp core explosions also don't help that one bit.
Anyways, now that we've won, we're going back to Utopia Planitia for celebrations. Yay! I mean, I still killed a man, but I mean, I killed a bunch of Klingons too, and they I don't really care about them. But yeah, I feel a little bad for the hostage.
And who knows how many other people died in our fleet from incoming weapons fire?
Probably none, because we killed all the Klingons really, really fast. Yeah, okay, we're honoring Commander Hines. That was the guy I killed.
That's not quite how you spell participate.
Maybe that's how they do it in the future.
You know what? If that is the worst thing about this mission...
It's like how Futurama changed the word ask to axe. This bit actually is pretty touching.
Yeah.
And now he just gets... This guy just decided to name a ship after the guy who died. Apparently he can do that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to kill a man. The bit at the end was a little touching. Lots of Klingons died. So, all in all...
Yeah. Yeah, and like if the worst thing I can say is it has a minor spelling error, that's pretty good.
To be fair, I wasn't going through the rest of the dialogue with Fine Tooth Comb. There could have been a lot more spelling errors.
Okay,
but,
yeah, fair enough.
You know, he at no point did anything devolve into leet speak.
That's right. So that's.
Oh God, I want to find a Foundry mission with a made-up race that talks entirely in leet speak now.
Maybe you should make one.
I should make one. Actually, playing that last one gave me an idea for one. I just don't know if I want to go the effort because I'm lazy.
All right, well that's another Foundry mission. You know, the Foundry is pretty rad.
2 Foundry missions. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of content. I know Neverwinter's is a lot more advanced than this one, but
I could see that.
Even basic ones, I've got turning off the zone chat. Even basic ones still let people do a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I kind of wish I played more of Neverwinter. Like, I actually did really like the game, but I don't know, like, something about it just never it didn't really catch me as much as STO or some of the other MMOs I've played.
It's just because it's fun, but it's another fantasy game.
Yeah, that is actually kind of a big issue
like,
about it. Like, there aren't enough MMOs that try to do something else.
That's why I probably said this before, but I really thought Final Fantasy XIV should have tried to be a Final Fantasy MMO in the vein of like 7 and 8.
Yeah, that would have been real nice. They do it's,
and then they could have kept 11 going as the fantasy one.
I think that actually would have been really nice. Although, like, I will also say that my personal preference was that 14 should have been 11 too. Like, 14 is great. I really, really like 14, but there are things about it where it's like, actually, where they are now, I think that they have acquitted themselves very well. Like, when things started, I was thinking like this is still really good, but I kind of just wish that they took 11 and just rebuilt it in a new engine.
I take it when you say when they started, you mean when A Realm Reborn came out?
Yes. Well, 1.0 I super felt that. For 2.0,
I think everybody felt that, including the people who put money into having that game made. And
2.0, like, I started feeling that as well, but like as they've been carrying on, being like, yeah, they're doing a real good thing here, and I am really, really liking what they're doing. So I don't really have that kind of complaint. But yeah, like you're right. It's kind of a shame. Like there aren't. If you look at the common or let's phrase it, the successful MMO fields. I thought. Oh, okay. That must have just been the model took longer to load in or something. Person came in on the transporter and was in a bikini. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. But yeah, if you look at the successful MMOs out there, like it's filled with straight high fantasy style stuff, and there are so few games that are within the successful brackets that are anything else, and that's kind of a shame. Like I don't know if it's like I don't know if it's correlative or causative, but like it's just I wish that there were more non-fantasy MMOs, or at least that the people making non-fantasy MMOs like maybe made better games. And in any case, I think that'll be it for us for this week. I think with the way things are going, next week will probably be some more Foundry missions. So we'll see you all next time.
Bye, everybody.